Hi, everyone. Welcome, Jessica, Vera.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so maybe we'll wait another minute and then we'll just continue. We'll
Yes.
begin. We'll begin.
You begin and I listen.
No, today, we're both speaking. Today, I decided to do something new and different. And because lately you've all been hearing just me and my voice. And I've had a poll, and I think one of the times, or maybe it was twice, people said they want to hear more about love. So I don't know. Hope, when was it that somebody said topic was love? They wanted to talk about that.
I think it was last month. Yeah.
Was it last month? Okay. Yeah. Perhaps that's why I decided, you know what? Let's talk about love. Love is such an important topic that guides us in our everyday life, right? And all the decisions that we make and relationships that we have and career or, whatever it is that we choose to do in life. And I know that for me personally, love is the guiding force in every decision that I make. And it's been actually my compass throughout life. So I thought, well, this will be a perfect time to talk about love because Valentine's Day is coming. And today we have a new moon. So it's a perfect opportunity to set intentions for the upcoming month. And the full moon is going to be in the sign of Pisces. And of course, Aquarius, we're in Aquarius at the moment. And that is the sign, it stands for the Great Awakener. I thought that's an interesting one, right? So, yes. All right, let's just begin. And why love is important, and what did I want to bring into everyone's awareness about love? So, over many, many years, we all have different relationships, right? Different people that come and go into our life. And we get to experience, of course, other people, but most importantly, we get to learn who we are through those relationships in our life, whether it's friendships or our partners or our children. And in this particular case today, I want to talk about love, or both of us, right? Well, first of all, I want to introduce you to Alejandro, and he is the love of my life. And I thought that would be a great opportunity for all of you to meet him and also talk about love, right? This is also something that's been important in your life.
Yes.
Right? And also, just to kind of backtrack and talk, leading up to love and what it means, what I realized over the years is love has to begin with yourself. And it's not about being selfish. It's truly about learning who you are, right? Because to bring in, whether you're seeking more self-love in your life, more joy in your life, whether or not you have a partner in your life already, and you just want to expand on that feeling of joy and love, it's truly about loving you first, loving yourself first, and connecting to yourself first, because only then you truly know and can communicate to your partner. It's sort of like you raise your vibration to that level of love to bring in a partner in your life, right? Or to kind of meet you on the same level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, you said it all, actually.
So some people might want to know how, like, for example, how do you manifest love in your life? How does that happen? Like for you, for example, we can talk about me as well, but how would you say that happened for you?
I think that you can go on finding love in many different ways, right? And we'll have our own personal style.
Of course.
But the ultimate answer, I think it is that everything, it begins with you. Right? We can't ask for what we don't give to ourselves.
That's
Number
right.
one, right? And then...
So can we kind of elaborate on that? have you noticed that over the years you had to learn what was it that you were not giving to yourself, right? What was it that perhaps also where you would be attracting the people that also were lacking those things, or were on that same page as you were?
Yes. Well, throughout my life and all
Yes.
the different experiences that I have encountered, I was always learning different things from
About
everyone,
yourself,
really,
yeah.
and they were all teaching me something about myself, right?
Yes.
But the bottom line is that you must honor yourself and really respect and trust your ability to connect with your divinity, right? And understand that you're greater than just this body and the mind.
Yes.
And the life force really flows through you, and that is always available, right? It doesn't matter what you've done in the past or what you're doing at the moment. It's a matter of making a decision, and you can make that shift as soon as you make the decision.
And it's a decision really to honor yourself and stay true to,
fully, right.
Yes. I know for me, a lot of times people come up with all these lists of like, this is my ideal partner. This is what I want in my life. And for me, I realized, yes, there are very specific things that are important, but the most important thing was the core values. And those core values had to match to mine.
Yes.
Of who I am. And that's honoring yourself, really.
And I feel that the ultimate and the ideal partner, as you say, is you.
You with yourself.
Your ideal partner.
Yes.
Right? And in this case, you say, I'm the love of your life. And I say, she's the love of my life. And it's actually we mirror each other, right?
Yes.
So I am in love with me before I am in love with you. Or therefore, I am in love with you because I am in love with me. Right? So it might sound right, like it might not be the right thing to say at this moment, approaching Valentine's, but it is like that. I am in love with you because I am in love with myself.
Yes.
I couldn't be truly be in love with you if I wasn't with myself.
So this concept, probably a lot of people are thinking, oh my God, that sounds really selfish and, ego-centered, right? So let's talk about that a little bit.
Without thinking too much about it, I realized, this really is how it works. Because how can you attract what truly resonates with you, right?
Yeah.
And if it truly resonates with you, it's because you feel it in your core as true. And there's no room for doubt, and it just feels a moment of bliss, right? And when you're in alignment with your true self, your inner self, right? Then that means that is something that you already knew beforehand, right?
Yes.
There's no need to analyze the specifics of it.
Right.
So it just flows naturally. And it feels
would you say forget the list, and it's really about honoring you, knowing who you are, what you are, and just
I will say make the list.
Make the list.
Why not?
Okay.
Yes, make the list.
Did you make the list?
I did. Yes.
Oh.
I made a list. It's always in my mind of the things like, all the different experiences that I had with wonderful people. Everyone taught me something new, or actually reminded me, I want to say, right?
Reminded you of who you are.
Of who I am, or the things that, and to honor my flaws as well, right?
Yeah. So what would be something you would put on a list, like you personally? And everyone is different.
Number one, someone that is spiritual, someone that respects themselves and respect others equally.
Yes.
And rather, I think the differences, race, religion, and social status are irrelevant, right? Someone that looks beyond all of that.
Yes.
And that truly believes that the divine life force runs through them and resides within them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And have you seen different people have different lists, or would you say most people have pretty similar?
I say make a list because you're putting on paper what you desire, right?
Yes.
What your mind is seeking. And once you do that, really take a moment and tap in or tune in to the feeling that emanates from reading that desire, right? And it's all about the feeling. So what is it that you feel when you tune into that desire where you have listed? And if it is a feeling of bliss, a feeling of peace, a feeling of alignment, a feeling of love, joy, right? Then it's the right feeling. So I will say that go make the list, go through the list, discard what really doesn't resonate fully with you, right? Doesn't sit well, and then but focus on the feeling. What is it that you want to feel when you find this person? Right?
Let me ask you a question. So we're talking now about partnerships, but I want to backtrack. At what point did you realize, and how would you describe self-love, right? Because it's really love begins with loving yourself and honoring yourself.
Yes.
And also understanding what you stand for, what your core, to me, what your true core values are in life, and where you're willing to, those are non-negotiable, right? Values.
Right.
And they will always stay as the root. And perhaps over time, some things might adjust and shift, but I would say overall, you stay true to those values, because throughout many relationships, right, we also learn that we a lot of times neglect those aspects of ourselves and forget, right, or disconnect from. So at what point, for example, did you realize, right, that you had to really be true, first of all, know what your core values are, and then stay true to those values?
I think that number one is not to avoid pointing fingers at and kind of blaming others for your reactions, right? How you react to the situation, and actually be appreciative of the lesson. And like that, you don't hold anything. You don't store bad feelings.
And this could be anyone. It could be your friends. It could be your parents. I mean, family members, right? Anyone in your life, because people enter our life for us to learn more about, discover more about who we are.
Right, exactly. So by doing that, you exercise forgiveness, right?
Yes.
And then you let go of this stored, unsettled imbalances, unsettled feelings, right? And so you will eliminate the blockages that you have created, and they're not allowing your divinity to flow freely.
So what made you realize these are my values and this is something I will always stay true to? Like, were you younger? Were you much older when you realized that?
I can
truly feel connected and saying, this is, I'm honoring myself.
Well, it's I think that we all, I don't, not just think, I know that we all have the, not just access to the wisdom, but we all come with the wisdom, to differentiate between a good feeling or a bad feeling, right? Like a good thing or bad thing to do, and what is right, what is wrong. So it is for everyone is relative. Really, is based on your experiences. It's how you're growing and what you are experiencing, what your journey is about. So I cannot set the parameter for all, right? So I just think that it's about listening to your inner voice and what feels.
Yeah, but for you, when
joy.
Did you realize for you me, that was like, this is it, this is what I'm...
Well, 3 years ago, I decided, okay, I'm not where I would like to be, right? And at first I was beating myself up pretty much, I was my worst critic. and I would judge myself as well, because I was not reaching the goals that I set for myself, and mainly, really, it was more about forming a family and having finding the ideal partner, right? But I was not the ideal partner to myself either when it comes to the inner the relationship with your inner being, with your inner self, right? So, but I made the decision to start working on myself, to really honoring my inner voice, and to accept my flaws, to accept the lack of the ability to make things happen overnight, right? And allow it to let go and let it flow, right? So I was trusting more the things will fall into place and in a divine order.
That's a big step, right? To first let it go and then to trust.
Yes, this is scary.
Yes.
It really is, especially when you're accustomed to plan things, immerse yourself fully, and then make things happen, and then you see them. Actually, you can touch them, right?
Right.
But in this case, you can't. So you really have to be have a lot of courage to trust, and to focus on yourself.
That's a great message. So perhaps with this new moon today, right? It's a perfect opportunity for people to make an intention, right? To create maybe in your own life more love, right? More self-love, right? Have the courage to really let go and trust in the process when you're absolutely connecting to your heart, to your inner voice, right? And trust that to be your guiding light in the moments where things are not tangible, right? The things you can't touch, you can't experience right away, but trusting and knowing that it is possible, right? Is there anything else that you'd like to add to that?
Well, I wish that everyone stays on the side of love for as long as possible.
Yes.
And that you have an amazing Valentine's Day with yourself. And if you have someone else to share it with, that you both enjoy it as well. And just continue on sharing the love.
So perhaps I'll guide everyone for a couple of minutes to really connecting to your love and manifesting more love in our lives. Yeah? Wonderful. Let's do that. Yes. So these things are usually channeled. None of it is planned. So perhaps everyone can close your eyes and first relax. Relax your shoulders, your facial muscles. This is where we tend to hold a lot of stress, right? Your jaw, your neck, and just kind of melt. If you're sitting, melt into a chair. And then visualize roots growing from your feet, and you're connecting to this beautiful planet. Beautiful. Now, let's shower ourselves with beautiful white light that is going to illuminate and cleanse our entire physical body, but also our auric field. So we become more clear and connected to ourselves without any distractions. Now, focus on your breath. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, I want you to visualize a beautiful pink light in the center of your chest. As you're inhaling, allow it to expand and grow inside of your chest area. See this beautiful pink light expanding and radiating from your heart center. Beautiful. Let it expand as far out as you can imagine. Now, imagine that from your heart, this beautiful light is going to beam a path for you to walk upon. So imagine this beautiful light beaming a path for you to walk on. I want you to start walking on this path. And this beautiful pink light is illuminating love and light for you to follow. Keep walking, and perhaps there's a door for you, just the right door. I want you to open that door and walk through it. And as you walk through it, you see a beautiful garden filled with all kinds of flowers. There's roses of all different colors. I want you to look around. This is your garden. And walk up to a rose that is calling your name. Now, inhale the beautiful aroma that the flower is offering to you. And perhaps this rose has a message for you. This message is about love. Tune in and see if you hear a word, or perhaps it's a sound, or perhaps it's an image. As you're inhaling this beautiful aroma, listen. Now, as you heard this message, perhaps you could set an intention in your garden for the next month. Perhaps you might feel butterflies in your heart. That means your heart is opening to receiving. So just trust and allow for the message and the intention to be crystal clear. You might want to sit in this garden or stand. Whatever you choose, it's perfect. Now, once you've set your intention and you have your message, you can walk back out onto this beautiful pink path that was guiding you to this door. And now walk back with your message and the intention, holding it in your heart, back in. Now you can gently open your eyes and come back to the present moment. Did you have a message that you might want to share?
It was love was the word I saw, and then I just spread the love.
That's beautiful. For me, it was the word trust came up and said, just trust the path. So it was really letting go and trusting more. That was my message. So I hope you guys, if you want to share your messages, that would be beautiful. We'd love to hear from you. And there's something special I have at the end of this for all of you. You'll receive it in your email. It's actually a 2-page worksheet for you to incorporate all these different things we talked about into your daily life. And it's also a perfect opportunity, a perfect day today to begin this kind of manifestation, intention to create during the new moon cycle. Anything else that you'd like to say?
Just let it go and let it flow.
Yeah, the last week, that's been the message. So thank you so much. And at the end, we'll have a poll. So if there's anything that you would like for me to share in the next month topic, I'd love to. And also, I want to share some great news. The hard copy of my book is coming out. I believe it's going to be on Valentine's Day. So make sure that you share with the people that you love about this book. It's really an incredible tool that I have gathered over the years to share with the world, because I do believe that every human being is capable of healing themselves. And it's more about sharing what my knowledge and experience, and of course there is no right or wrong way of doing it, and that each one of you holds the key to awakening to your own healer. And then in the next couple of months, we just finished recording my online course, Wholistic Wisdom, Awakening Your Inner Healer. So I also invite you to participate in the course and share and learn and truly, truly honor yourself, love yourself, and heal yourself. So happy new moon and happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see you next month. Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day. Peace. Ciao.
Ciao.